In all the previous episodes of Incredible Tales, we have reenacted stories that happened some time ago to ordinary people like you and me. Tonight, we will bring you to a place where the story will happen right before your very eyes. Good evening. My name's Ut. Welcome to Incredible Tales. I am outside the old Ford factory along Upper Bukit Timah Road. Thousands of people pass by this building every day without a second thought. But tonight, we will reveal to you some of its secrets hidden for the last 60 years.
The Ford factory was probably selected as the meeting point for the negotiation of surrender because it was more or less at the forward edge of the battle where the Japanese and the British had been battling it out for control of Singapore. The last major battle fought in that area was around Bukit Timah. So it was therefore probably easier for General Percival to come to and Yamashita to come forward that they met to negotiate surrender. General Arthur Percival negotiated with General Yamashita on the 15th of February evening 1942 the surrender of Singapore and British Malaya to the Japanese. General Yamashita, erect, towering over General Percival, who is bent, examining the document of surrender. One can see very clearly the poignancy of that historical moment in time.
To fully discover the mysteries behind the factory, we contacted SPI, the Singapore Paranormal Investigators, a group of young men and women who specialize in investigating supernatural phenomena right here in Singapore.
Every day I pass by, I notice that this particular gate and this particular old building, I wonder what was it for, how why was it kept. A bit of investigation on my side revealed that it was called the old Ford Motor Factory, and a bit of research also is in the archive because it's a heritage area, is that it was used as a World War II headquarters by the Japanese and the place where the British surrendered. I do believe that such places, because it's basically untouched or undisturbed since then. I mean, the place, most of the officers is still inside, the place where, or this, which is called the boardroom, where the British surrender is still there. So I wanted to see if there was any residual spirits or haunting that still resides there, waiting to be discovered.
So what makes a normal Singaporean like Charles want to become a paranormal investigator?
Everybody will die one day. Nobody dare to ask the question, what happened when you die? They seek solace in religion. Some people just simply don't want to care. And in fact, right now, I'm mid-30s, maybe about 1/3 of my lifespan. So people don't worry about that until they reach 60 plus, 70 plus, when they know that if they cannot injure themselves, if they fall down, they may die. Then they start to worry. What happened when they die? What am I going to leave behind? What will happen? Then they start to become more religious, do more things properly. But at that time, your mind is more feeble, your body is more feeble. You may not know or have the energy to really discover. For me, I would want to use my youth, my energy, to find out if there's really life after death. So basically, right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go in, take a look.
The first step for SPI was to find the boardroom, more commonly known as the infamous surrender chamber.
Let's see if we can find the boardroom here. We know that after the World War is over, this place was actually loaned to Bridgestone. It became their warehouse for the tire. place where the surrender, I see the Japanese on one side, the British on one side. Japanese standing the side is a wall, a white wall, followed by a door. The place where the British stand must be a window. So right now, because in the live shot, there's actually a lot of Japanese crowding around the window area. What I'm doing now is to measure the surrounding. Normally, the surrounding will register almost the same temperature. So while we are actually looking around this place, just in case there's something else looking at us. Alright. Okay, quite normal. What I have here is what they call an infrared thermometer. Basically, this is a contactless temperature sensor. Measures the surrounding, not the surrounding air, but however the surrounding surface that it touch. Okay, so normally in the area, like if this is very stuffy, most of the objects will maintain about the same temperature. Unless, of course, you are a warm-blooded creature, then your temperature will be different from the surrounding.
Temperature readings were then taken in many different areas of the factory.
The release toilet seems fine. Okay.
And then the crew hits the jackpot.
I think it's very possible that this could be the room because if you look at the picture, okay, the British was sitting in a place. Behind them, there was a crowd of Japanese looking in from the window. This is it. This is the door. Yeah, it could be the porter. Something could work. Because if I'm a ghost, I will definitely I will remember that this was the door and I'll walk through here. Here. I think we need to make a measurement. I think this is the last part we need to go. Maybe we need to bring it down. Yeah. Okay. No, this part is stuck. Let's go.
The crew also managed to find the old workshop where they may be able to set up their ghost tracking equipment.
Yeah, the hole that seems to lead here. There's another door. Don't be. Wait, drop off. Oh, this is dangerous. Be careful.
Where was the hole just now? There's a marking again.
With the whole place scouted out, the SBI crew are now ready to set up their sensing devices. All that remains is to wait for nightfall and record all paranormal activity. What will they find? Find out after the break.
I can safely say that the window, the panel are all the same intact as from the World War II times, because if you will watch the video clip of the Japanese, the British surrender, a lot of Japanese soldiers were standing around timber and glass frame just exactly like this. So it's very, very certain that this place has been remained intact since then. So which means that there might be still some sort of residue around of them. Who knows, during the Japanese, when they surrendered, they may have committed. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically what we're going to do is, I think each doorway we can place one granite, and female toilet one granite. And maybe at the end of this hallway, we'll place our CCD, because I think this will be in total darkness. So we use our infrared video eye to monitor this place. Infrared light is basically a higher frequency than white light. So what it sees is just like cat and dog can hear higher frequency than man, they can hear things that we can't hear. So similarly, this thing, we hopefully can catch something else that maybe our eyes can't see.
We investigated the whole area of the room to see which angle we could put the devices. And I think the thing which attracted us the most was the door, which was actually covered with a false wall. Especially old doors, they tend to be portals for spirits or the third dimension. So what we did was we put one motion detector which was light activated exactly where the door was. We put a barometer right in the center of the room. That was to detect if there was any pressure change, because paranormal activities somehow affect the environment, like pressure and stuff like that. So that's why the barometer was there, to detect pressure change. Another motion detector was placed at the usual door, the current pathway towards the room. And a camera was set up at the corner to capture all the devices to see that if there was any changes or any motion detector, our monitors outside will be able to see it.
Territoriality always exists when you are walking into somebody else's space, somebody else's domain, as it were. And you start to build your barriers, but who is building them? You or they? That's the question mark. Although there are instruments that do measure certain measure of electromagnetic signals, but again, my question is, where are the electromagnetic signals coming from? From inside of you or from outside of you? Question mark.
Mr. Kong has been a night watchman here for the last 2 years. How does he feel working in a place like this?
This Topikong, he is here quite a long time already, you see. When I come here, I pray him until now, you see. Like this, I feel very peaceful also.
The officer shown in this picture here is General Lieutenant Yamashita. He was one of the highest rank lieutenants during the World War II. So by showing his portraits and some very, I would say, sentimental Japanese folk songs that the soldiers, were very fond of during the World War II, hopefully we can bring back the memories of the spirits of the refugees. And this is a way that we try to lure them here, or at least to agitate them. When in the hall.
Okay, can you hear it now?
The wall on the right-hand side, right? It only covers, I think, just a half of it. Is there anything you can do about it?
What about now?
It looks good.
Sometimes we can't see it, but when you replay, right, paranormal figures or some ghostly figures may appear. So that was our hope when we recorded the proceedings.
Many uneventful hours passed as the crew scrutinized their equipment for any unusual phenomena. Nothing happened. And then...
Hey, what's this?
Sorry.
What's this?
What?
Oh, I saw something fresh over.
Yeah? Sorry, I didn't see that.
Do you see that?
No. Set a time zone.
No, not this.
Yeah, I know.
Just record down 033 21.
Some like fresh over, looks like camera fresh, but it's brighter than that.
Okay. What color?
White. One thing is, because we didn't lock the door, we have to watch out for cats.
Faced with the possibility of an unfruitful evening, SBI finally decided on a radical idea to add a different dimension to their investigations. Find out after the break. Before the break, SPI had reached a dead end with their existing equipment. They decided to bring in the most sensitive device in the world, human beings.
Okay, before we go, maybe I know you're going to be alone. You got a torchlight?
Yeah.
Both Lydia and Lawrence were voluntarily positioned inside the factory in 2 different locations, while the rest of SPI waited outside, monitoring the situation closely. Both of them never had previous supernatural encounters, and so they had no expectations whatsoever. At first, they just sat there. There was no reaction.
funny sound.
Breathing or?
It was, it's a man's voice. It's very low, and it's like coming towards me, you see. So obviously I will run, right? It's coming towards me, it's getting louder. I was like, oh no, I will run, man.
Man voice coming towards you.
It was like that, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, cannot be so fast, man. So I just took off.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Back at the boardroom, which was pitch dark, even stranger things would await Lawrence. With our night vision camera, we could see a look of terror in his eyes. Clearly, something was disturbing him terribly.
What happened?
I don't know. Something just peeled and just quickly ran out.
Something peeled? We are all outside now. What happened?
Suddenly I just heard something drop, like from the ceiling.
The ceiling dropped like next to you, eh?
Not next to me, but near the aircon that side.
Okay.
And yeah, and sure I heard sounds like footsteps, but it might be my imaginations, but I heard something.
Footsteps coming from where?
From the other side, the aircon side.
The aircon side, okay.
So I'm just like, okay, Lawrence, it's okay, it's just imagination.
Okay.
But, and then things get more and more quiet and darker. And then I just heard something drop. And just ran out.
What about the light above you? Did it go off or anything?
Oh, it did.
It went off? Before you stand up or?
No, before I stand up.
Before you stand up,
yeah,
it went off?
Way before I stand up. In fact, it was like a while after I've sat down and the light went off.
Okay.
But I'm like, okay, it's okay. I mean, I should just calm myself down and just sit down and... But the last sound just caught me in surprise and I just...
Okay, faster ran out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be his imagination, but then again, it could be that there was lack of equipment, because although we had the temperature, humidity, as well as the pressure, right, and also motion, we did not deploy an EMF meter there. So then again, you know, our readings could not have been as accurate because we did not detect every single environmental aspect. So then again, there could be a chance that there was actually something there which triggered him to run out of the room.
I worked here 2 years. I didn't see anything also. And every time I walk, even in night time, I walk around also, I see nothing.
So you can see how loud if some intruder walk in or something walk in, how loud it can be. And we had about 6 of these plus miscellaneous sensors. Unfortunately, I say that none of them sounded out. Of course, some of them may have sound. We have to analyze the tape, you know. Maybe our sensors are numb. Some of us fell asleep like Kenny. Yeah. Me, I was practically, I mastered the art of seeing through glazed eyes, just staring without blinking. So, yeah. But overall, I would say I'm pretty satisfied with this place.
While Lydia and Lawrence claimed to have experienced paranormal events, the SPI equipment did not register anything conclusive. Again, we only have the word of 2 ordinary Singaporeans who testified that there was something or things inside the factory that defy logical explanation. Perhaps it's just their imagination. Or perhaps somebody or something is trying to communicate with us from beyond. You have witnessed events with your own eyes. What do you think?
The National Heritage Board is looking into plans for how best to redevelop the site for a new generation of Singaporeans to better appreciate this historic moment of their history.
To me, Fort Factory is the only one place that remained intact, and because government gazetted as a heritage area or conservation area, so few people actually visit it. So it has retained its natural environment since then. So it's very natural if there are spirits or any kind of thing that return back. They will not be able to recognize this whole place, but they will recognize the path where the historic walk occurred just behind me, where the British surrendered with the flag walk up. They turn this bend and walk into the main hallway, which is the main entrance, which is just in front of me. And the building itself remains intact. So I believe that if there's anything they will definitely come here. Maybe it's not the. Maybe tonight is not the night.
Whatever the case may be, SPI will come back to conduct further investigations. And we have come to the end of this season of Incredible Tales. Thank you for watching. Until next time, remember that in our ordinary lives, in this ordinary world, there can be many extraordinary, incredible tales. My name's Ad. Good night.
A Mediacorp Studios production for Channel 5.